Double blank game week 25 is here, and there's a lot to talk about. In this video, I'm going to be discussing why TARKOWSKI is such a good option, and why Haaland might be worth selling. I've also got 2 free transfers and 5.7 mil in the bank at my disposal. I'll be using the 2 free transfers and near enough all that money in the bank as well. Building from the back, Ederson's got Bournemouth away this game week. It's not ideal that City haven't been keeping clean sheets, but their expected goals conceded figures have been decent, and I do think they'll start keeping them soon. I am keeping him for one more game week because it is a blank and he's got Bournemouth, but next game week I'm thinking of shifting him on to Sanchez because Brighton have plenty of fixtures coming up. The reason I'm not doing it this game week is because they have a blank. I haven't locked in a chip strategy yet, and I won't be doing it until after the FA Cup results, but if I was to bring in a goalkeeper this game week, it would either be Kepa or Pickford, and that's if I wasn't free hitting in blank game week 28. Ward offers backup on the bench as usual. Unfortunately, he does face Arsenal at home this game week, so I hope he doesn't have to step in. The good thing is that it does double in game week 29, so I don't need to worry about the goalkeeper slot too much for that game week. Moving on to the defence, the first player that I'll be selling this game week is Akanji. He's not been getting consistent minutes like he did before I bought him. Yeah, he played in the Champions League, but he's got unreliable expected minutes overall. He'll be replaced by Trent, who has a double game week this game week. Then he's also got a double game week in game week 29 as well. The only problem is, he's got a 40% chance of blanking in game week 28, and I will discuss that later on in the video because that might force me into a free hit. Next to him is another double game week player, it's TARKOWSKI. I'm going to discuss a side to him that's gone under the radar a little bit. I am a season ticket holder at Everton, so I watch them every week, and one thing that I have noticed that is deadly from corners since Dyche took over, and the stats back that up as well. He's got 0.8 XG in just 270 minutes under Dyche. He only got 0.8 XG in 1,800 minutes under Lampard. To put that into perspective, under Dyche he's had 0.27 XG per 90 minutes. Under Lampard, it was less than 0.1 per 90 minutes. To be fair, I understand it's a small sample size of data, but I've used it to quantify what I've seen on the pitch so far. Since Dyche has come in, the corners are almost always directed at TARKOWSKI, who usually wins the header at the back post, and his heading is looking sharp. From what I can remember, he scored from a header, he's had one cleared off the line, and he headed one back into the mix and nearly got an assist that was cleared off the line as well. By no means am I saying this will continue, but he's only 4.3 mil, so he is low risk, and he never blanks for the rest of the season. He can be your 15th man that's really cheap, who can step in all the blank game weeks. And of course, he doubles this game week as well. If you follow my FPL team, you'll know that I started him over Trippier last game week. That was successful because he got an 8-pointer. The sad thing is, Trippier got auto-subbed in with only 1 point. He also managed a 15-pointer against Arsenal 2 game weeks ago. My final defender is his teammate Patterson. This is being recorded prior to Dyche's press conference. I just hope that he does feature. If he is ruled out and I've got another player ruled out, it looks like he'll be taking a -8. Moving on to midfield, the player that I'll be selling this game week has outscored the player that I'll be bringing in by 27 points since I bought him in game week 20. It's Bruno Fernandes that's getting sold for Mo Salah. To be fair, I did buy him because he had more fixtures with the doubles, and the same reason applies to Salah right now. The free hit in blank game week 28 depends on Liverpool playing. Hopefully Liverpool against Fulham goes ahead. I've got a couple of Fulham players that you'll see soon as well. Salah with the double game week is a strong contender for the captain's armband, along with Saka and Odegaard, who also have a double game week. I will be doing the data analysis on my best captain video, and that'll be published on Friday. If you're watching this video on Thursday, make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss it, and if you're watching it on Friday, have a look after the video. I will remind you at the end of the video. My last midfielder is Andreas Pereira against Wolves at home. He's usually my 8th attacker who never gets a game, but because it's a blank game week he gets to step in and he's got a decent fixture. On the front line is Haaland with an easy fixture against Bournemouth away. I think there's a case to sell him, just hear me out. He won't be my captain this game week because it will be a double game week midfielder. He is in the question for game week 26 captaincy, but he does have a difficult fixture against Newcastle. That's while Saka and Odegaard face Bournemouth at home. I'm slightly favouring the Arsenal players because I am a fixture man. He won't be my captain in double game week 27. He does only have 1 fixture, while some players have 2. I think I might captain Matoma or McAllister against Leeds away and Palace at home. City only have a 4% chance of featuring in blank game week 28. My captain will probably be Saka against Palace at home. It might be another player, but either way, it's probably not going to be Haaland. There's at least a 96% chance of him not being my captain, which also means there's a 96% chance that he will be blanking that game week, which makes him even less appealing. Then in double game week 29, plenty of teams have a double game week, but City don't. They only have one fixture, and that's against Liverpool. I'll probably captain Rashford against Newcastle away and Brentford at home. So my point is, for 12.2 million and a player that I'm not going to captain, who probably only has 4 fixtures in 5 game weeks while so many teams are doubling, one team might even have 7 fixtures in that period of time, is it really worth keeping him? I'm not sure. I get how high his ceiling is, but the odds are he's going to provide really low points per million, and if you need that money, I think it's worth selling him. Don't forget that we are on a limited budget, so points per million is really important, especially if you're not captaining a player. With so many doubles coming up, there'll be a lot more players that outscore him by points per million. You can distribute those funds. If you're not going to captain a player in single game weeks that's a premium price, you're probably going to get low points per million. There is a chance you could get high points per million, but there is a much bigger chance that you'll get lower. I'm not saying that you have to sell him because I won't be selling him this game week. He has got a decent fixture and I probably won't even sell him next game week because he is the running for captaincy, but it's something that you could think about for your own team if you need the funds in that forward slot. If I am going to sell him, it'll either be in double game week 27, blank game week 28 or double game week 29. The sooner the better if I was going to do it because I probably will want to bring him back in. Luckily enough, I'll be selling him for the same price that I bought him for. The penultimate forward and penultimate player in the team is Nketiah. He's got a double game week for Arsenal, and I'm hoping Jesus doesn't return soon. I'll have a listen to the press conference. If Jesus does return in the next couple of game weeks, I'll just shift him on to Tony, who's got a double game week in game week 27 and a double game week in game week 29 as well. If Nketiah keeps playing, I could sell any of my other 2 forwards. Obviously one's Haaland, and the next one is my last player in my team. It's Mitrovic, who faces Wolves at home this game week. This is being recorded prior to Marco Silva's press conference. He is doubtful at the minute. Hopefully he gets the all clear. If he is ruled out, I think the best replacement at his price point is Watkins. Don't forget my best captain video will be published on Friday morning with all the data analysis. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos.